Hi, one person, wherever you are. Hey guys, welcome to my. Well, it's not my first YouTube live video, but it's my first in a very long time, in years. So it feels like my first. I don't even know how to work all of this. So I'm happy you're here. Hi, cousin. How are you here? Hey, Brenda. Should I go on Instagram live as well? Okay, this first time I'm just going to keep us on YouTube, and next time probably I will go on Instagram live the same time with you. Um, so yes, I'm here to take down my braids. I'm just going to wait 5 more minutes to see if anybody else shows, and then we can get it going. No, this is the beginning of my braid out. Now I actually went to work like that today because it has been raining a lot, a lot. So I didn't bother taking down my braid out. So I'm going to take it down with you guys. And I'll tell you what I use as well. Let me go and get it in the meantime. Also, if you have any questions about any hair related things or just anything in particular, because I touch on all kinds of things on my channel, you can leave them down below and I will be sure to answer your questions. Okay. Hi, Michelle. Oh, who's your favorite actor, Michelle? I'm sorry. My condolences. Okay, so I think we can start. I will be using this sunflower and grapeseed oil to coat my hands, to take down my braid out. Hi, human. To take down my braid out, right? And I am only using sunflower seed oil because my face sometimes has issues and it reacts to all kinds of um, oils and pomades and gels, and I don't know which ones are causing it to react. So sunflower seed oil and frankincense oil, I believe. Sunflower seed oil, safflower seed oil, and frankincense are the only three oils that are non-comedogenic, which means that they won't clog your pores. So my dermatologist has recommended that I use sunflower seed oil in the meantime until we figure out what's happening. So I'm using this to coat my fingers. I struggle forever. No, I actually don't want long hair. I've been there and I've done that. I know how to grow my hair. And castor oil actually does not agree with my hair at all. My hair hates it. It makes my hair very weedy and dry, and it breaks it off. So I actually don't like castor oil, but many people do. So this is how I coat my hands. I just use a little bit of oil and I coat my fingers before I take down. And that really is to prevent freeze, right? So you coating your hair with oil. I actually got this sunflower seed oil from the grocery here in Trinidad. So it's actually quite accessible. You may get it in the grocery where you're from. Probably you can check Massy stores. Yes, but I got it from Extra Foods here in Trinidad. So yes, really struggle forever. I actually don't like castor oil at all. It's not my favorite oil. I've said that a million times on my channel. Hi, Lady Bianca, yes, sunflower seed oil is very light actually. So this blend of sunflower seed oil and grapeseed oil is very light. It won't leave your hair heavy at all. That's another reason I hate castor oil. Even if my hair is very dense, my strands are not coarse. My strands are medium sized, and so I don't like my hair feeling weighed down. I don't like feeling grease all over me, and that's what castor oil does, and hate it. So it's not my favorite oil. So I'll start with the back. But before I start, I will tell you guys what I used to put in my braids. So the day before that was Sunday, and I needed to do something with my hair because my hair was in a mess. So I used my Curido handheld steamer. I have a video, more than one video actually, on the steamer. So if you don't know what it is, you can check it out after. Quite nice, love it. It's a great tool for in-between hairstyles. So what it will do, it will use steam to stretch your hair so you can take out your tangles if you don't have time to wash. So I did that on Sunday morning, right before church, and I applied this Mixtress J Irish Moss Leave-In Conditioner. Again, I've done a video or two actually, on this line of products. It's local to Trinidad and Tobago. And love it. Love this leave-in conditioner. It's my favorite product in the line. And so I used this to cut my hair, to moisturize my hair. And the next day, I used my flaxseed gel, my homemade flaxseed gel, to put in my braids. Right? And if you guys want to know how to do flaxseed gel, how to make flaxseed gel at home, I'm sure there are 1,000 videos on YouTube, but I am going to put up a video, probably tomorrow, God willing, showing you how I get my flaxseed gel. I love flaxseed gel. The hold isn't like the hold of a store-bought gel, but it does give you great hold, and it does give you definition, and it does allow your hair to mold into the style that you want it to get into. I normally use flaxseed gel to do a flexi rod set, or just a rod set in general. I normally use like flexi rods or perm rods, and I usually use flaxseed gel with that because it gives me a soft hold. I've never used it with a braid out. Why, thank you. I never use it with a braid out. So I tried it for the first time. I actually wanted to do a flexi rod set that weekend, but I didn't have the time. My hair would not have dried in time for Monday morning. So soon I'm going to be doing a flexi rod set and a perm rod set, and I'm hopefully going to be having it on my channel. So if you want to see that, just remind me, And while you are here, just let me know what you want to see in future so that I have an idea as to what you want to do. And I'm not doing only what I want. Right? So I used the flaxseed gel, and I braided my hair. So this is what it looks like. And I've coated my hands with my oil, and I'm going to take it down. Hi, Tasha. Thanks for the information. And as I was saying, the oil just helps to prevent freeze when you're doing your takedown. So in the meantime, you can leave your questions in the comment section and I will answer them. I wanted to touch on one thing while I'm doing my takedown with regards to hair care practices and yada, yada, yada. No, I am not married. No rings. I am not married. Wise Nubian. Hey girl. So one thing I want to touch on is why I don't. Okay, I love buying local and I forward buying local products, but I am very cautious about buying local natural hair and skin products. And the reason why is partly tied to my issue with pomade acne and my experience with that. But also because I know that many local hair care and skincare brands do not go through the process that is required elsewhere. So, just to give you a little history, before I started YouTube, I actually used to make products to sell, and that happened quite coincidentally. Um, I was the token natural hair girl on Hall, and I was pretty much everybody's hairstylist when I was at university. So my friends used to ask me to make products for them, what I was using, because I had just gone natural. And I was your typical newly natural girl, whipping up everything I was using in my hair in my kitchen. So, and I actually used to make coconut oil on my own. My grandmother taught me. So I used to make coconut oil on Hall and hair products and hair pomades and leave-in conditioners. And so when people saw how my hair was growing, people wanted the products. So they kind of forced me into selling hair care products, right? And now, well, I was considering actually branding the products and selling them professionally. I am still considering it. It's just not happened. I just haven't had the time to focus on it yet and do it the way that I want to. And in doing it, I knew that I wanted to ensure that it was a quality product. And while I was using preservatives, I wanted to ensure that these preservatives would indeed work, right? So I went through the process of trying to find a lab in Trinidad to do what we call product challenge testing, right? And product challenge testing is pretty much where a lab will test your products at various stages to see if your preservative works, right? And so I went through the entire process, and when I was really ready to focus on my line, I could not find a lab in Trinidad to do it. There was only the closest lab to me was in Florida that was going to do it, right? And it was so difficult. Now I recently found a lab that was willing to do it. But in doing the research and speaking to other Caribbean people with natural hair lines and skincare lines, I realized that they don't go through the process and they don't challenge test their products, right? And that means that you don't know how your preservative is working. Even if you have a broad spectrum preservative, it does not mean that you have enough. It doesn't mean that with the process that you're using, it does not nullify the work of the preservative. And you need a lab to test that for you. And I know that a lot of Caribbean / local handmade businesses do not go through the process and do not go through the process. Do not go through the process and go through challenge testing, right? So that is why I tend not to run after a lot of locally made products, because I know that they're not testing and I know that my skin is very sensitive. So if you're like me and you suffer from pomade acne, and let me tell you what pomade acne looks like, even if I'm not a dermatologist. But pomade acne usually looks like tiny bumps on the center of your forehead or anywhere that your hair touches. So the center of your forehead, your sideburn area, it can be on your neck. If your hair is longer, it can be on your back. Right? Goodbye, Kendra. So, and pomade acne, like the name says, is like pomade acne. Sorry, guys, I'm watching the comment section. I probably need to close it for a little while and focus on what I'm saying. Pomade acne, like the name says, is caused by any pomade. So it can be caused by... Thanks, N. Michelle. I'm going to focus. My cousin has no behavior. My cousin has no behavior in addition to whoever else has no behavior on the live. And so that is making me crack up. So, yes, as the name says, pomade acne is caused by any pomade. So that can be any oil that you're using. It can be any product that has oils in it that can clog your pores, and it can also be caused by gels. So I'm going to have to go through a trial process of using my leave-in conditioners one by one. So I'm using one leave-in conditioner a week, and seeing how my skin reacts to it to see what exactly is causing that, right? So because my skin is so sensitive to pomades and whatever else, and that is a new development, because in the initial 2 years of my natural hair journey, which is not documented on YouTube, when my hair was the longest, I used only homemade stuff. So I used a lot of oils, I used shea butter a lot, I used coconut oil a lot. I used a lot of things that I made myself, and my skin never had any issues. In the last year and a half or so, I've been dealing with pomade acne. So every once in a while, when you come to view my videos, you may see that I have bumps on my forehead. My skin is actually really nice today, and these bumps can come overnight, literally. So my skin looks nice 1 minute, and then the next minute it looks a hot mess. So that is why I don't really run after locally made products, especially if I don't know the creator and I don't know that they went through challenge testing. And I actually would ask, because I'm not going to destroy my skin just to support local, even if I do want to support local. So if you have any connection to any persons who are making products locally, encourage them, challenge them to challenge test their products, because you deserve to have a great quality product. If they were in the US, they would not be able to get away with labeling their product and selling their product if it was not challenge tested. And so we deserve the same thing as Caribbean consumers. We often speak about how much foreign brands don't honor us as Caribbean creators. Caribbean consumers don't request and require excellence from persons who create in the Caribbean as well. So it's twofold. The issue is twofold. So yes, leave me your questions about hair care, about anything that I've mentioned, and I will respond to them as I'm taking down. Also, let me know if lives are something that you want me to do more often. I can probably schedule one once every 2 weeks. Okay, interesting. So one Han Mai said there is a brand that sold her avocado conditioner, but said to put it in the freezer until use. If I have to put the product in the freezer, it means that she's not sure of how her preservative works. And if she's not sure of how her preservative works, that product can have bacteria untold. And so I am not touching that. I'm not getting anywhere near that product, because a product which is properly preserved should not require that you put it in the freezer. For example, if you're making something at home, that's fine, but you also know the shelf life. You know, if you're making something at home and it requires that it goes in the freezer or in the fridge, that you're going to have to throw it out after a week or so. For example, my flaxseed gel. But even with my flaxseed gel, I use preservatives. Like I said, I've been making products. It's been about 2011, 2012 or so. So it's about 7 years that I've been making products. So I do have preservatives on hand and raw ingredients. But even with flaxseed gel, if you're making it normally at home, you're going to have to put it in the refrigerator. But I would recommend that you throw it out after a week. Because even if it does not have mold, or what we call in St. Lucia, champignon, even if it does not have that, that doesn't mean that it's not crawling with bacteria. So if you're making things at home that are water-based, that have any water in them, that is aqueous in any nature, in any form, then you need to throw it out after a week or so. Or you need to use a preservative. So I use a preservative with my flaxseed gel, but I know that not everyone would have a preservative on hand. Kendra, I will have to block you. So N. Mitchell says, I stick to one natural hair product in St. Lucia, which is Antoinette. What is that? Who is that? I haven't heard of that line or that creator. I've heard of She Naturals and Essie Nash Naturals. These are the two brands that I know of that create natural hair products. I have used both, and I actually like Essie Nash Naturals. I have two videos again on Essie Nash Naturals products. I would not use the butter again because of my skin issues, but it's not because of the product. It's not because of the product, it's just my skin. Okay, one hand my, you'll have to send me the information about this person. But obviously, now that she signed a deal with Shea Moisture, she would be going through the process. Keep on keep up wise. It's called Natural Club. Okay, I will check them out. I will check them out when the live is done. Tell them I need to block me. Okay, so for those of you guys who are not from Saint Lucia, what I am speaking is French Creole. What I am speaking is French Creole, and that is well, they say it's a patois, a Creolese. I recognize it as an official language. I believe it's the official language of Saint Lucia. And these colonizers just did not want to give us what ours. So they forced English on us. But I actually love the language and it's beautiful. You can't express in English what you can in Creole. Masam, talena block wise Nubian. Oh, nice one, Hanmai. Lovely. Do you speak the language? Okay. Don't lose it. It's a beautiful language. Don't lose it. Okay, I have about 7 more minutes on this live. And then I'll be making my exit. This was just a trial. Also, don't forget to leave your video requests, your video suggestions down below for me, guys. I need a little more engagement from you. I need a little more input from you. I find that you are quite quiet. Pangara, what do you want to hear? Tell me, I'll speak it for you. Mind you, I think I'm fluent, but I am not. But I am close to fluent. I'm also going to put up a poll on my page asking you how often you want me to do these lives. Okay. Kita madu sa motika dia. Motika di moi kai block wise Nubian parce que ika bete moi asula isala. Somebody translate for Pangle Rock in the section so that you can help her understand what I said. Do you speak French Creole, Pangle Rock? And Micha, don't encourage the nonsense. Hi, Lini. Look, why is Nubia? I pay my rent and my phone bill and light and gas and calots. I don't know what's broken patois. Y'all, I made it in life. I don't have to work again. I really am a fool, eh? You guys don't get to see that side of me, but I am a fool. Oh yes, Bawe is true, it's true, it's true, Bawe. Wise Nubian, look, you have some prospects in the comment section. And she's quite beautiful. Kenin, you're like more nonsense. No work for me on Friday because somebody will be taking care of me from henceforth. But on a more serious note, ladies, is that something you require that somebody pays your every bill? Is that something that impresses you? Yes, girl, I'm moving it. I'm moving it. Because to be quite honest, it doesn't. On a more serious note, no shade, wise Nubian. No shade, wise Nubian. Kenja, I know you think it impresses you. Although you like to work, I don't know what you're speaking of. But anyways, to the other people in the live, on a more serious note, I am not a traditional woman. So, in some respects, should I add? In some respects. So, it doesn't impress me when a man promises to take care of everything for me. I like to work. Although, I mean, two are better than one. But that's not something that impresses me. So, if somebody is courting me, then that's not something that I need. I grew up knowing that I should work and take care of my own stuff. So that's not something that appeals to me. Is that something that appeals to women in this generation? I know we have, it's 2019. We're fighting for equity. Well, some of you are fighting for equality. I'm fighting for equity. Okay, yes. Guys, I'm actually thinking about vlogging, but I don't think I'm a very good vlogger. For one, I think I can be a boring person. And I do go out actually, a lot more than when I was in St. Lucia, but it's never really planned. And I sometimes forget to pull out my camera, but I am going to make an effort to do one vlog a month. I'm going to put tidbits of my month in a vlog. How does that sound? Let me know. Ah, Giselle, you're raising some good points. Most men don't make enough to properly support two people's living expenses. It's true, in this day and age, men no longer have the luxury of being called the provider. They can't do it really. And so it's for men that are traditional, it sometimes creates problems because they want to be the provider, but with the way the economy is set up, that's not possible. You need your wife to work. Two incomes are better than one. So that's a very good point, Giselle. We can't even afford to be doing that right now. I mean, I guess some people would like it, but I actually like my career. I like to work. So one hand myself, if he's my husband, we can do half. Of course, hello, I am not giving any man a free ride. Eh? If we are married, of course you have to contribute to your household. So yes, we can do half. Or even if we don't have to do half, it works differently for different people. If we can do what is necessary to live comfortably. I also believe in having your personal account, so we can have a joint and we can have our personal. Yes, so we can definitely do half or otherwise, whatever works to make this marriage sustainable. Hi, Sibyl, thank you. Okay, so I'm really going to work on my vlogs for you guys. Thank you for giving me an idea as to what you want to see. Okay, Kenley, makes sense. I agree. It's not something that you need, but if you have a husband that can, why not? It's true, but I guess men these days are saying if they have a wife who can, why not? How do you all feel about that? These days, the brothers are waiting, eh? They want to be house husbands. I know a few. Hey, wise Nubian can build me a house, y'all. And he's a master cook. Thank you, Lady Bianca. I'm trying to make it look good. What I've realized, guys, though, is that the back of my hair grows faster than the front of my hair. So I hate the shape of my hair currently, and I have not gotten a chance to shape it myself. I would just take off a little more length on the back. So I play around with it to give it the shape that I want. I'm sure you would have seen that in my twist out video. So after my twist out video, I okay guys, I can destroy a braid out, yeah? Like I can destroy any good thing that I do with my hair. Let me correct that. So what I do to give it the shape that I desire, I usually pin the back of my hair. So let me get some pins and I'll show you. Follow in wherever he may go. So these are my pins, my bobby pins. And what I simply do, if I don't like the shape of my hair, I simply just pin here. I actually don't like this part that I have here. So I may throw over some more on this side. One thing you should note about using flaxseed gel is that if you use too much, it can cause your hair to flake, which is why it's important to use the oil as well. It will take away from the flaking. Now let me see if my hair can flake. So this is my style. I only use flaxseed gel. I think it's cute or whatever. Let me lean in a little bit, although I destroyed this part here. And you just fluff until you get the desired shape. So people think that people's hair is just fabulous. No, you gotta put in the work, honey. Okay. But yes, I'm enjoying this braid out. Although I haven't seen it properly, I need to go in my mirror and fluff and shape it the way that I want it. Okay. Thank you, Lady Bianca. My hair is looking good. Thank you, cousin. Hold on. Let me go through. No, you can try it yourself, Kendra. You guys, I have Kendra on this vlog and she refuses to do anything for her herself. Well, like Kenlin says, being provided for does not stop you from working. You invest to develop businesses and you go together. Well, I actually wouldn't mind being a stay-at-home wife without having to stay at home. My God, I want to be a stay-at-home wife without having to stay at home. So I can work with charities, but I don't have to work every day of the week. That is my ideal. But I want to do that on my own money though. Like to me, okay, let me tell you what I really, really think. Apart from me wanting to work, I really think that it is burdensome to put the the weight of a household on one person. So I think it's unfair to the man as well, to require that from you. But like you said, if you can do it, you can do it. And so I'm here for it if you can do it. Let's go. Yes, Jesus, be a shield, be a fence, be a provider. Yes. So I am here for it if you can do it. But I think I see young girls expecting that a man provides and he doesn't have the capacity to do that. And I think that's burdensome. It's unfair to the man as well. So one hand I said no house husband for Yes, said so. Actually, I found that in this day and age, men go after financially stable women, women who are accomplished. And after they go after them, they are intimidated by them. So they don't measure. Like, what are you doing? Get it together. Come up a little higher. Oh, I didn't see your comment, one hand, Maya, about liking it how I have it. I like that whole gradient look of like having a shape. I like that. That heart shape to look. Giselle, I feel you, girl. Yes, Kendra, a lot of men want. Okay, let me say, not a lot of men. Okay, solution men. Okay, from my experience, solution men tend to want to be the provider. They're more traditional in that respect. They don't require that a woman is financially stable. With other men, especially men who are more accomplished in terms of academics and stuff. In the academic world, I found that men require that women are financially stable and that they are grinding and on their way to making some bucks. But I was also okay. So I see somebody saying that I want to actively contribute to the finances in the relationship. For me personally, I want to contribute as well. I think that working and making your own money gives you a certain level of confidence, um, which is why I encourage women to work. I don't care if you're making $2 a day. I I advise women to work in a relationship. It doesn't matter if you're sewing for 2 hours in a day and you're making $2. It gives you a certain level of confidence and security. It also gives you options if you want to walk away. Now, I'm not speaking about marriage specifically, because my church people might come down on me for speaking about walking away. But some situations require that you walk away hunting, and you want to be able to walk away if you need to. And what I find is that a lot of women tend not to walk away because they do not have any financial independence. So I encourage women to work. I don't care if your man wants to pay all of the bills in the house and you're making $2, save your little $2, honey. Because if you need to go, you need to go, and you need to be able to go and not remain in a toxic. Let me not use the word toxic. It's over abused. You don't want to remain in a situation that is detrimental to your well-being, and I mean that on a very serious level. Um, if you need to leave, And I know a lot of women stay because they cannot afford to leave. I'm not cutting off the back totally, said sir. I'm just shaping it because it's much longer than my friend's. And I find it gives me a shaggy dog appearance. So I need to cut on it a little bit so it will look exactly how it's looking here. Well, I will cut off a little downwards. So it will look similar to how it's looking here. And the back will be longer. It just won't be right here and the rest up here. Okay? Thank you, Lenny. Great tip. So Ken recommended that I pin my distraction under and nobody will see it. Except I normally destroy the whole front of my head. One hand mine, no, I do not use castor oil. You missed the earlier part of the live. I hate castor oil actually. It makes my hair very dry. What most people say that coconut oil does to their hair, castor oil does to mine. Naomi, Kenja would have to give me some tips. You and Kenja are some kind. I don't even want her to meet. Yes, people. So, well, obviously I'm single, so I don't meet the same mission men who are okay yet. But I guess Kenja knows some. She can give you some options. So yes, guys, this is my braid up with my flaxseed gel. I am actually going to wash my hair tomorrow, God willing. It's a holiday in Trinidad and Tobago tomorrow and Thursday, God willing. Whoop, whoop, I love it. So I am going to wash my hair, and I am hopefully going to do a rod set. But we never know because I might be sleeping in my bed. Are y'all hearing this rain? I may be sleeping in my bed the whole of tomorrow. If I do my rod set, okay, you guys, my hair is frustrating me on this side. Okay, and this is what I normally do. If it doesn't look good on one side, I flip it over. Okay, much better. Don't you think? So I may be sleeping in my bed until very late. If I do the rod set, I will have a video up. I'm also going to put up a video tomorrow, God willing. It may be of how I get my flaxseed gel. If not, it will be of something else. And I will see you guys later. Don't forget to turn on your notifications, guys, and share the videos with friends. I'm trying to grow hair, and I need your help if that's going to happen. So let me know what you want to see. And of course, click your notification bell and share the videos when they come out. I'm going to try to be more consistent, Yes, and I've already been more consistent. You need to give a sister some props. Yes, honey, you've been getting content. Yes, 2 to 3 times a week. What do you want again? Okay, hi WB, how often do I moisturize and seal in between wash days? And how often are my wash days? My wash days are typically once every 7 days, every 7 to 10 days. This one I stretched a little longer because I knew the holidays were coming up and I was quite busy on the weekend. So my washes are typically once every 7 to 10 days. And it has been like that since the initial part of my journey. I got this wash day through trial and error, and I have a video telling you how you can develop a regimen with regards to wash days. It's one of my most popular videos actually, and it's quite old. I actually don't like to see the footage, but people love it. So you can check out that video as to how you can determine how often you should wash your hair according to your hair's needs. But mine are every 7 to 10 days. And I typically seal once between wash days every third day. But that depends on the time of year. It's really hot and humid in Trinidad when it's not raining right now. So my hair is quite dry, so I'm sealing in every third day. In the earlier part of the year, it wasn't necessary. And I've been using a lot of protective styles to keep my hair off my face. So it has not been necessary, but I seal every third day if I need to. I go according to what my hair needs. Thank you, One Hand Mai. Yes, I do moisturize and seal in between wash days, and the way that I do that, I use my spray bottle. Let me see if you can see it. Okay, no, you can't see it. But I use my spray bottle. It has a very small mist, a very even mist. I spritz my hair. I add in my leave-in conditioner, which is typically the Mixture SJ. And then I would seal. These days, I actually don't seal with an oil. I'm trying to stay away from oils, really. So I really don't seal with an oil very often anymore. But if I'm sealing with an oil, I'm sealing with this oil because of my pomade acne. When the video ends, you can watch and you can hear a little bit more about what my pomade acne looks like and what that is. Said, sir, do not encourage Nubian. So guys, I will see you on the next one. I am going to put up a poll on my channel, so look out for it. Do you guys know about the community tab where you can put pictures up and you can do polls and you can have conversations like it's Instagram or Facebook? I am going to be trying to use that a little bit more often, and I'm going to put up a poll so that you can tell me how often you want me to do lives, right? As well as the duration of the lives. And we can also choose some topics that we can speak about because we don't always have to speak about just hair care. Hey, we got some tea. Yeah, so we are growing over here. So, yes, I'm going to put up that poll. Check it out. Don't forget to check me out on Instagram. I do a lot of posting on Instagram. Like, if you want to see my day-to-day life, you probably can check out Instagram. I do a lot of updating on Instagram through stories. And I'm trying to be more consistent over there as well. And I also have a public Facebook page so that we can chat and do some stuff. So check these things out. Okay, guys? I will see you in the next one. Enjoy your day tomorrow, God willing, if you're going to work. Be safe, be productive, be like Jesus. Work hard. Do not go to the people's job and sit down and watch YouTube videos, okay? But if you want to watch mine, I guess you can take a little break to watch, one or two from me. But I'll be resting tomorrow. Bye. Said, do not give any old advice. Later, guys. Thanks for coming in, checking in with me. Love it.